Is it a problem for girls to be getting their period at younger and younger ages? So there were some arguments that this was not occurring. There were some arguments in the research that said, no, girls are not starting their period earlier than they used to. I had suggested and said in a video a long time ago that no, this was the case. Girls are getting their period younger and younger due to antibiotics and hormones and things like this in our food supply, inflammatory markers, increases in blood sugar, lots of different metabolic reasons why this is occurring. But a study out of Harvard says, yes, it is occurring. Girls are getting their period across the board at a younger and younger age. And basically it said this occurrence is linked to higher risk, I'm reading this to you, higher risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, certain cancers, particularly breast cancer. So now I would argue that it's the other way around because of the risk factors that I just mentioned that are occurring underneath the surface in the body that leads to the early menses. It's not the other way around. The early menses doesn't lead to these things. These things starting to brew underneath the surface is what causes the early menses. Look, you've got to get your kids on healthier diets. You've got to get them to be moving their body around. We've got to make a difference with our food supply. We've got to make sure that kids are getting the right supplementation and nutrition. We've got to reduce the sugars. We've got to reduce the antibiotics and the pesticides and the chemicals in our food supply because it is impacting our kids at a younger and younger age. Colorectal cancers are skyrocketing in adolescence. We wouldn't have even thought of this occurring 20 years ago. It wouldn't have even been on our radar 20 years ago. And now here it is, practically a public health crisis coming on. That's coming on. Anyway, just want you to know, if you're a parent, if you're a mom, you're a dad out there, these are reasons why you should be being aggressive about changing your kids' diet for the better if you haven't already. I'm Dr. Dave Morrison, Magnolia Medical Center here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Take care today.